Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro, orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social.
TAC Cup Footy Profit Nixon
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
TAC Cup Radio, Game 2. And we have got the Oakleigh Chargers up against Sandringham Dragons with the Chargers in the middle. Kick out forward, but that'll be intercepted straight away. And they'll move it wide here, the Dragons. And just underneath the commentary position at the moment, that kick from Williams gets it wide, and he's found his teammate in Lockie Harris. Harris at half forward, goes inboard, inside 50, but it'll be an intercept mark. I was touched off the boot. Play on's a call. There was a tackle there. The ball broke free, and the umpire would reward the tackler. Or he's paid holding the man, and Sandy to get the free kick through Kai Owens. He's in the forward pocket. Tough kick, but the breeze may bring it back to the right. And he's going to kick from 35 out, right on the boundary line. So he may have to go slight left to right here from that angle. So he'll come in, and Owens comes in and goes left, but it didn't come back. And it'll be tapped through for behind. First score of the match goes to Sandringham, one behind to Oakleigh yet to score. We're only 2 minutes in on the Technica time clock first quarter action.
The wind's still favouring that northern end of the ground. It's picked up a bit in the last half hour or so.
So Sandy will have the advantage.
Definitely. It's about a 2-goal breeze, I'd say.
They get it out straight away, but it's fumbled and out of bounds. It goes, it's 20 metres out from Sandringham's goal. Be a ball in. Got a lot of players around this play. There's about 20 players. And big fella Reeves gets it down to the front. Just a kick out of trouble, but this will be marked by Sandringham. They'll work it out of there. And that was kicked away by a Marty. They'll work it back in towards centre half forward. Nice mark, Constable. He's 55 out from goal, so it's gettable with this breeze at the minute.
Directly behind his back.
So Charlie Constable to kick the ball from 55 out. just left of centre half forward there. Goes back a fair way and he comes in. And he kicks, gets under it. It's gone to the right. Big pack of players flying through from behind it goes. 2 behinds to no score, 3 minutes in.
Dragons have been able to lock it in to their forward 50 in these opening couple of minutes. You hope that they're able to capitalise.
Little chip out to the side. Aiton Delaney takes the mark in the back pocket for Oakleigh. He's gone towards the boundary. Oh, well judged there. Couldn't quite gather it there, Warren, but underneath us there, we've got a pack of players forming, and the umpire will come and ball it up near the boundary side, 60 metres out from Sandringham's goal. Up they go. Marty and Reeves gets the tap out, trying to work it clear through Higgins. Can't get away. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Up they go again. Oh, no clear winner there. Marty gets his kick smothered. They're trying to work it clear. They do now. Series of handballs. That one from Richards. He'll get it back and kick on the left towards the centre wing. Oh, nice pass and a nice mark. Hart gets it out. They play on straight away. Again, another tackling effort there by Hart. And we'll have a ball up. Centre wing almost.
It was great vision there. Just unfortunately, I think they tried to rush things. Just try and be a little bit too quick. Still adapting to the conditions, which are still a little bit damp here at Rams Arena.
Nagel gets it out and they'll kick it towards centre half forward. Good pick up that time, Trusler. He's dangerous. They get it out. Handball intercepted there. And then Oakleigh finds some space and get it in through the middle. They should be able to kick long this time. Down towards full forward. Over the back, Wooler. Can't quite gather it. Now we've got a shot on goal, a dribbler. And it looks a good one. Little Daniel Scala by the look of it.
Hit the post.
No, it's just flicked the post. And he's dangerous around that goal square normally. They'll play on straight away through Nagel. Get it down towards centre half back. Brayshaw takes the mark, just weighing up his options. Goes to the outer side to Amati, who takes the mark. Bit drier conditions than what we had in that second half in the previous game. Amati goes long, spoiled over the back. They're about 65 out from the Sandringham goal. Another pack of players form, and we'll have a ball up.
Intent looks from Oakleigh. They want to move it as quick as possible. That last passage of play and score, they really wanted to attack.
Ball up. Tap down Amati again. Some hug tackling going on there. A lot of players around it. Forced out. Now they'll get it clear. They just need to get a runner out wide, and that handball came from Walker. They'll kick it towards the goal square. Up they go. They bring it to ground. Here's a little opportunity. Can't quite get a clear kick on it. Now they'll straighten it up towards the top of the goal square and a bit further out. And a nice little pass there. Screw pass, really. And we'll have a shot on goal here. That'll be Lockie Harris.
Great vision again to find him in a bit of space. It was a little bit difficult for him to take the mark, but he was able to do it. And that breeze just coming across the right of him a little bit. So I suggest he'd be kicking. Yeah.
Harris coming in from 30 metres out, not a hard angle. And he kicks pretty straight and through the middle. Nice kick off the boot. And that's the first goal of the match. And Sandringham take a lead with this breeze. 1 goal to 8. Oakleigh 1 behind. That is on the NG scoreboard. And we're 7 minutes in on the Technica time clock in the first quarter.
Of course, Lachlan Harris, son of Leon Harris.
Terrific, yeah. Playing well already. Lachlan. Caulfield Grammarians.
Yeah. All right, we're back in the middle. Ned Reeves and Big Amati. Up they go. Reeves got the reach and the tap out as well. Ball comes out. Sandringham. Dispossessed was Constable. Comes out the back for Oakleigh to Richards. Ed Richards kicks to half forward. Ball hits the deck. Higgins, the dangerous Higgins. Kick intercepted. Caught underneath it. Good handball out into some space. Nagel. They're working backwards. Now they go inside to defensive 50. They're confusing me, Rick. Tell them to kick the right way. They go lateral. Dangerous kick, but the mark is taken by Montanaro. He kicks into the middle of the ground. They're going forward onto centre wing. Nice work by Constable. Back to Amati. Goes for the underground pass. It's not pretty footy at the moment. Oakleigh come in, try to swoop and get the ball out of that area, and there is a trip and a free kick to Sandringham. Brereton kicks out wide. Willie Walker. Walker looks for the pass, looking for Big McLean, but it beats all comers over the boundary line and out of bounds. 9 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Sandringham 8, Oakleigh 1. Sky's getting dark and grey again, not as bad as what it was earlier. Boundary umpire to throw in. Reeves again with that reach. Swooping in, Walker. Tries to kick it off the carpet, can't do it. Oakleigh, desperate defence. It's a dirty big up and under. Now Sandringham, good tackle. Again, Stacks on the middle, and the umpire will ball it up.
They're about 35 out from Sandringham's goal. Reeves this time up against Morrisby. They get it to ground. Truzzler underneath it, scoops out the back. That kick by, that time Thompson gets it forward. Should be intercepted here, but they get back in numbers here, Oakleigh, just to force the pressure. That was Scala. Well done, because they were in the clear there, Sandringham. And we'll have a ball up. Ball in, sorry. And we've got a new ruckman coming on, Burnell. Gets at the back, taps it forward. They should be able to clear here. Newman on the left, grubbers it again. That's two he's done. Gets it into the middle. They tap it forward. Truzzler grabs it beautifully, spins around, gets off the handball, and they'll kick it down towards full forward. Ball bounces towards the boundary line. Will they keep it in? No. Out of bounds it goes, 25 around from Sandy's goal, kicking with the breeze. Probably a 2-goal breeze.
Yeah, I'd say that. Good call. 2 goals. I think Sandy could have gone with the alternative jumper today, Rick.
Yep, no doubt. Tap down the front, Truzzler. Gets it out. That was an intercept play by Micklemore. Gets it out wide. Harris out to his teammate in Barrett. He'll kick towards goal. Beautiful long kick, and he's put it through from outside 50. Great kick by Lucas Barrett. Puts it through for Sandy's second. They go on to 2 goals to 14 to 1 behind, and that is on the NG scoreboard. 11 and a half minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Beautiful kick there from Barrett.
I reckon that could be an AFL Draft Central Goal of the Day contender.
That's our clubhouse leader at the minute.
Off only a couple of steps too. Sandy have the momentum at the moment. And I like their pressure and intent early.
We're back in the middle. Ball comes out, Oakleigh. This is Matthew King, kicks looking for Wooler. Keeps the ball in front of him. Now he's wrapped up and going nowhere. Ball to be thrown up on the corner of the square. They go, McLean gets the hand to it. Whistle on play. Advantage, Sandringham go forward. We're on centre wing. Trussler. It's a big long kick inside 50. Over the back, the mark's taken. Isaac Morrisby. Morrisby has marked this. Hard up against the boundary line, about 20 metres out. What kick are you doing from there, Rick?
You'd screw it around your shoulder.
I reckon you personally would have just kicked a drop punch straight.
He'll come out a little bit and run around.
Peter McKenna style, Rick. No,
There he
he's done
goes.
what you told me.
Yep.
He kicked it round the Johnny Horner and it's a bit skinny. Through for a point. Scoreboard 2-3-15. The Chargers are one behind. And to bring the ball back in for Oakleigh is Matthew King. King kicks to the western side of the ground. They've got some numbers, Oakleigh, but they haven't got the footy yet. Good work by Sandy. They kick to the hot spot. Oh, mark taken. Nice and solid by Morrisby. Running at right angles to the kick, came in, just timed his lead perfectly.
He'll want to make amends here, won't he?
Well, this will be a drop punt, Peter McKenna style. He is going to kick from 40 metres out, near enough to directly in front, wind at his back. Distance won't be a concern. Morrisby. I feel as though I'm eavesdropping on someone, Rick. Morrisby comes in, kicks, and makes no mistake. That is Sandy's third goal. And they move the score on to 3-3-21 to Oakleigh, one behind. Is that right? Or 2-3?
2-3.
No, that's their third.
3-3.
Who are their goal kickers? Harris?
Barrett and Morrisby.
That's it.
And just quickly, I'll nominate that mark for a footyprofit.com mark of the day for Morrisby. Really like that.
Back in the middle, up they go. Tap down, that time through Bennett. Gets it forward. They're trying to work it clear here, Oakleigh. They've got some run if they can get it outside. Handball. Collier Dawkins gets it towards half forward. Again, they can't break clear. Sandy getting numbers back, just putting pressure on the forward line of the Oakleigh Chargers on that occasion, and we'll have a ball up. 25 out from goal.
Pressure's been good from Sandy. Haven't given Oakleigh too many opportunities to go forward.
No clear room at the minute. Tap down. They should get a clearing kick. Bit of a mongrel kick. Bennett's in the front position, brings it to ground. Well, they couldn't break away. Bit of holding there, unnoticed. Williams picks it up, gives it off. Charlie Thompson gets it, swings around onto the right, kicks it towards full forward. Up they go. Pack spoils. Down it comes to the ground. Handball out of trouble, but good tackling there. Held it in, and we'll have a ball up. 35 out in front of goal. Oakleigh attacking.
Just under 10 minutes left in the term. Oakleigh would want to get a goal on the board here.
Quick ball up. Tapped out by Elliott. Higgins trying to break away. Gives off the handball. He's got runner in Bajaya. They just get it back towards that centre half forward area. But again, the pressure of Sandy too much at the minute. Can't quite break away. Now they'll clear Sandringham. No, they won't. Good pressure by Oakleigh again. Bajaya on the left. Kicks it off the side of the boot. And we've got a mark. Umpire calls play on.
Oh.
Didn't travel 15 metres. I don't think they do enough of that in AFL footy, Crooksy. I reckon there's a lot of 13-metre passes kicked that are called a mark. Play on's a call. Here we go. Sandringham to clear. And in the back pocket, we've got Brayshaw. Play on's a call. Up they go. They should be able to get this as well. Williams takes it at half back for Sandringham. He'll switch play. He's got a wide runner.
Oh,
beautiful
look at that.
Kick. We'll just pick that player up on the move, but that was great movement. Nagel ends up with it. He gives it to the big fella in McLean down towards the goal. It's gone all the way almost, but tapped through for a behind.
Oh.
A really good corridor stuff, that.
Jackson Hill was the player there.
On the march.
Really good movement in ball direction.
Brought in by Ed Richards. Kicks into the pocket. Oakleigh. A little bit uncertain. Kicks into the corridor. And finds Matty King. King on the right boot. Goes out wide. The big men fly. Hits the deck. Chargers trying to get some run through the middle. They go inboard. Scala. Oh, his kick's intercepted. Sandringham send it back. I'm completely obliterated. I can't see. Now I can. Slipping over. Morrisby out. Now Montanaro kick is marked here by Bougea, who gets it over to King, who goes lateral. He's found Sam Hardy. Hardy goes back inboard to King. King's told to play on. Handballs over the top. They need to be clean. Bougea comes back. King. These blokes have been waxing. Bougea racking up the stats. They go out wide. It's close. Bennett trying to keep the ball in for Oakleigh, but it's out of bounds. Right in front of the NG scoreboard, which is looking good for the Dragons. 3-4-22. Oakleigh Chargers one behind, approaching 19 minutes into the first quarter.
Really high pressure being shown by Sandringham. It's almost suffocating Oakleigh.
And Will Walker trying to force it clear, but couldn't quite get there. Bennett, his kick was smothered. Goes in and gets it again under the scoreboard there, the NG scoreboard. And it reads 22-1. Sandy in front. Oakleigh just can't seem to get any room at the minute. Pressuring well the Dragons. Ball thrown in. They bring it to ground. Again, no clear kick out of trouble. They'll try and work it clear. Bennett taps it forward. They can't quite break away. Kick off the ground. Back into the middle of the ground we go. Should pick this one up. Collier Dawkins gives it out. He's got some run. He's got a handball from Keenor. They get it an intercept this time. Murphy for Sandringham drives it forward inside 50. Spoiled. They're working it towards the boundary and should be able to break away here through Charlie Thompson. He gets it back. Gives off a handball inside to Bajaya, who's been busy. He goes to the middle. He's got a runner. They've got loose men. O'Neill goes wide. They're just got to pick this one up. Hardy gets it down towards the forward line. A mark taken. And they'll play in straight away to Wooler. And he takes the mark. Good lead out in front. He's got a loose man who's calling for it.
He's the captain and he's a good kick.
Okay.
And the Chargers did that passage of play with 3 less players on the ground. 3 of them just came on while that kick was going along the outer side. Okay.
They did well all the same. It was their first real open passage, wasn't it? So we've got Toby Wooler, the captain. He took the toss today, did he?
No, he's the captain.
So Toby Wooler comes in from 45 out, directly in front. It's got to be left to right, and it just holds up enough.
Captain's goal.
Good goal, much needed. They've got their first on the board, Oakleigh, 117 to Sandy, 3-4-22. That is on the NG scoreboard. We're 21 minutes in on the Technica time clock first quarter action.
They had to work it hard to get it into position on that outer side. There were a lot of handballs here. They were just struggling to get a clean disposal away, and eventually they found a link, which was vitally important for Oakleigh to get a goal before quarter time.
We're back in the middle. Ned Reeves versus Joel Amati. Oh, Amati jumps high and gets the tap. Good work. Dragons caught, dispossessed. Could have been caught holding the ball. O'Neill kicks long. They're looking for a mark. Ball hits the deck. Oakleigh putting the Sandringham defence under pressure now. Little kick up forward. Will it hold up? Kind bounce. Good smothering by Sandringham. And they hold the ball up through for a behind. Rush it through for a behind. 1-2-8 to 3-4-22. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Little kick to himself. They kick it out wide. Reeves tries to bring it in with one hand. Pretty tough to do on a day like today. Higgins smothers it. Then applies the tackle. Goes after it like a terrier. Stops play. Oakleigh enjoyed enjoying a good passage in this last 5 minutes. Reeves gets the leap in. Amati. Now Sandringham scramble it. Matthew King, he's been busy. Keenor, he's caught in a tackle, swung around, and the umpire will ball this up. We're inside the centre square.
Amati's got a big job again today. He's up against Reeves, 207 centimetres. Amati more the athletic type, 195 centimetres. So he did pretty well against Sam Hayes last week. So He's up to it. Should be a good duel.
If Oakleigh win, Rick, can you interview Ned Reeves for us, please?
I'll need a couple of milk crates.
Just for the visual. All right, the ball's in the middle. Dispossessed. Nice tackle by Wooler. Oakleigh, get it out to Higgins. Higgins has the ball stripped of him. Sandringham kick it forward. It's close to quarter time. The kick goes forward. They need a mark. Can't quite take it. Swooping on it is Crocker, Joel Crocker. But it is...
Big raps on him too.
He is. Is he Darren Crocker's boy? Yep.
He moves like him too.
Did well on the under-17s during the week.
Yep.
Did I read that? Yep.
Back it comes. They're trying to clear it here, Oakleigh. A few possessions. Can't quite break away. Now Keenor. No, he didn't get it. Ball intercepted. Trusler, he's an opportunist. Gets it, loses it. Still there, battling away after it. And there's a free kick. I think there was a foot in there. And the umpire will pay it to Oakleigh Chargers in the back line. That was taken by Stacker. They'll get it wide. They've got O'Neill. He'll just work his way back inside. And now they've put under a bit of pressure here. Over the back, the big fly over the back, thumped away by Barrett. They should be able to clear again, Sandy. Running around in circles here, Willie Walker. Gets it. Bit of a wobbler down towards centre half forward. Trusler with the handoff. Gets it wide. Now he's got Williams. He'll shoot towards the full forward area. Oh, almost. Play on's the call. Now we'll have a shot on goal. And just waited enough time, but Morrisby missed that one. I think it was the right choice to go for goal there. He was just too close to centre it.
It's close to siren time.
Stop cheating. No, it's only 25 minutes
Making
today.
myself sound good there. 3-6-24 to 1 goal 2-8. It is the Sandringham Dragons leading by 16 points at quarter time. The goal kickers, boys?
Yeah, one each to Lachlan Harris, Lucas Barrett and Isaac Morrisby for the Dragons, and the single goal kicker for the Oakleigh Chargers is Toby Wooler. 9 shots to 3. As the clouds do get a bit darker, and it is looking a little bit ominous here at Rams Arena. If you've just tuned in now, the earlier game went to the Western Jets by 16 points over the Northern Knights. We'll take a break, be back on the other side of this.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short sleeve work shirts just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. Footyprofit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Welcome back to Rams Arena, quarter time. The Sandringham Dragons 3-6-24 to the Oakleigh Chargers 1-2-8 as the weather, I'm going to suggest, is going to close in again.
Right.
What did you make of that first quarter, Matt?
I was really impressed with the way Sandringham just was applying the pressure on Oakleigh. They did not give them an inch, and it was only a couple of lapses, I suggest, that allowed opportunities for the Chargers to go forward and get their 3 scoring shots on the board. So I think the game's being played on the Dragons' terms at the moment. Will be interesting to see how the Chargers come out and respond in this second quarter.
Yeah, they've just got to run in numbers a bit more, Oakleigh, and try and break it open. It's been very congested whenever they've had the ball, so they just haven't been able to get enough clear run.
And that's allowed Sandringham to come around them as they
Yep.
try and feed a
Close
ball
them
by
up.
hand. Yep.
And I'm really liking the ruck duel. Joel Amati has had 2 monsters to play on the last couple of games, and he's up against Ned Reeves, 207 centimetres. That's nearly as tall as it gets, isn't it?
It's almost like
Almost Sandy Lands, but not quite.
Well, how big Sandy Lands?
213, I think.
Yeah, something around that. It's almost like Amati, though, relishes the challenge of going up against, because, as you said, it had a great game the other week out at Box Hill.
Yeah, up against Hayes, and he does win enough share of the tap-outs as well.
Yep, and plays more of a role around the ground.
Yeah, he finds the footy a fair bit.
All right, just waiting for the spectators to leave the ground as umpire seems satisfied. Picks up the ball, holds the Sharon up, siren sounds. We're underway in the second quarter. Take it away, Rick.
Centre of the ground, and Reeves gets it down, kick out of trouble quickly, gets out towards the commentary side, tapped along that time by Mickelmore, gets the handball off. They're just trying to work it clear here. Bit of soccer tactics, didn't work. There's Amati getting it, dishing off the handball to Newman. Newman on the left, goes forward for Sandringham. Up, early jump there, didn't quite take the mark. Play on's a call. A bit of a holding against that time McLean, and Oakleigh with the ball at centre half back. Should be able to play on through O'Neill. They'll go very wide. Beautiful kick out to the outer side. He's got a runner this time. Should be able to link up and kick it in towards Higgins, but it overcooked it. Got a hand on it and went out of bounds for a throw in. 35 out from goal. Oakleigh attacking with the breeze.
Had Scala on short there inboard. Thought that might have been a better option than the pocket one.
So the ball in will occur, probably 40 out. Oakleigh attacking with the breeze this quarter. We did say it was probably a 2-goal breeze, and they lead by 2 goals for Sandringham.
Good get.
Ball in. Tapped over the back by Wooler. Sandy with the numbers. Can't break away, and we'll have a ball up shortly. 30 metres out from goal. So we've got plenty of players around it.
They have ball inside 50. Good work by Sandringham to clear. Andrew Brayshaw goes out wide. Hits up Sam Cameron. Cameron kicks along the line. Ball fading. And free kick to Oakleigh or Mark.
Free kick.
And that is taken by Matthew Warren. Warren kicks to half forward. Keenor flies high, couldn't bring it in. Brayshaw, handball smothered. Gets it again. Works backward to Nagel. Nagel goes wide, but the boundary umpire beats both. Ball to be
Good way
thrown
to
in.
disguise your favourite decision, Crooksy. The handball out of bounds. Good way to disguise the deliberate. Ball to be thrown in. 55 out, 60 out from goal. Oakleigh attacking. Can't break away. Newman gives it off to Constable. He'll go wide. Scoreboard side of the ground. They bring it to ground. A couple of players around it. Can't break away. A couple of little handballs in there. Big pack forming. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Outer side, that is the western side of Rams Arena. Ball up. Reeves gets it to Higgins, gets it inside, and a good mark out in front to Whitehead. Plays on straight away to a one-on-one, and that was Higgins. Gets it to ground. Play on's a call. I'll try and work it clear. Oh, great smother.
Fantastic.
And that smother was just pick up. Was that Higgins again?
Higgins again.
That was just terrific play.
Desperation.
Desperate play. Coaches, recruiters, they love that stuff. Ball up, 35 out from goal. Up goes Amati with the huge leak, brings it to ground. Again, another pack. They can't break away, and we'll have a ball up.
Bit more of an arm wrestle the first 4 minutes of this term.
Yep, no clear winner at the minute. Amati down. We've got a snap by Scala. Roved it beautifully, but offline, through for a behind. So we'll straighten this scoreboard up. Oakleigh 139, trail Sandy 36-24.
Oh.
And we're 4.5 minutes in. Here's Charlie Thompson trying to get it clear. Breaks away, can't get it clear. Now you have a shot on goal, a flat punt, and puts it through. On the left, Charlie Thompson. Great bit of work, and second effort after getting tackled the first time, went back in and got it again, threw a flat one on the boot and put it through for a goal.
A couple of desperate acts there from a couple of the Chargers results.
No surprise from who they were either, Thompson and Higgins there. 2-3-15 to 3-6-24, 5 minutes into the second quarter.
Ball's back in the middle.
I reckon we might just miss this shower too. It looks like it's moving around.
Wouldn't be a bad thing. Wish the first one had done the same. Matthew Day. Ball goes out wide. Wooler leads the race to the ball. Shoots a handball. Very slick one to Sam Hardy. Now the Chargers. Got a little bit of ping in their step at the moment, the Chargers. It's It's a bit of an up and under kick and close to the boundary line. That may have been too high.
Yep.
As Jack Higgins will take the resultant free kick in the forward pocket. The Oakleigh boys. Higgins kicks around the corner and makes no mistake whatsoever. Great goal, Jack Higgins. And that is his first for the afternoon. It is Oakleigh's third. They move on to 3-3-21 to Sandringham 3-6-24. They trail by 3 on the NG scoreboard. 6 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Yeah, you back him in every time there from that screw around the corner shot. Higgins, he's very good at that. Hardly misses him. Back in the middle.
I'm looking forward to talking to Matty Barmer at half-time from AFL Draft Central, and he's high on my list, Jack Higgins.
Okay, there's breakaway out of trouble there. Kick forward by Day, gets it towards centre half forward, thumped away. We're at the 50-metre mark for Oakleigh. Ball partially smothered. Play-on's a call and they're out of bounds, and there's a throw in. Right on the 50. And we'll have a ball in. Big Reeves against the Marty. Jostling for position. Marty to the front. Tried to get a kick out. Can't break away just yet. Got a holding here. Ball up again. We're 45 out. Oakleigh attacking. 21 plays 24. 3 points the difference. Sandy in front. Up they go. Reeves with the tap out. He follows it up with a tackle. They can't break away again. This is a bit of tug of war at the minute. And we'll have a ball in. Ball up. 45 out from goal. Up they go. Reeves too big that time. Oh, big hard tackling. And another ball up. They gained a metre then, Sandringham.
A lot of congestion around the footy at the moment.
Yep.
A couple of spare players back for the Chargers too, setting up, waiting for the hoping kick.
Just needs a couple of quick hand passes in here. Up they go. Ned Reeves. They get it out. Day with a shot off the side of the boot towards the forward pocket. Out of bounds it goes.
Been able to trap it in this term, the Chargers. Work their way into the game.
So we'll have a ball in. 20 metres out from the Chargers goal. Bit of wrestling going on. Rouget. They get it to ground. Higgins a tackler again. Play-on's a call. The umpire's letting him try and get it out. And eventually gets scooped out, but back in it goes. The umpire will ball it up. We're only 30 metres out from goal.
I'll see if I can break it up for you, Rick. 8.5 minutes into the second term. Amati gets the backhander out. Oakleigh through Scala, just scoops it out. Bit dubious. Comes to the top of 50. It's a snap at goal. It's a ripping snap at goal. It's an AFL Draft Central.
Torpedo.
Torpedo goal of the day, and that is going to Troiani, Jordan Troiani.
Wouldn't have kicked too many of them in his short career.
No, we've seen a couple of torpedo punts today, which is good for the soul. That moves Oakleigh on to 4-3-27. Sandringham at 3-6-24, 9.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock. NG looking after our scoreboard today. Matthew Bennett in against Big McLean. Oakleigh get the clearance again. They kick inside 50. Wooler gets plenty of attention. He follows it up. He keeps the ball in front of him. Hits the carpet, slaps it out. Looks for O'Neill. O'Neill gets his feet. Puts in a little kick. Needs a mark. Can't quite take it. Sandringham under a bit of pressure. They kick across goal to Sam Cameron. Cameron on the left boot. Found his man. They play on Sandringham. Go out wide. Nice kick forward there by Stiles. His kick is intercepted. Oakleigh go forward. Mark taken by Whitehead. Right in front of commentary position. His kick comes up a bit short. They come over the back. Handball close to the boundary. McLean actually kept it in there. And the ball will be thrown in 60 metres around from Oakleigh's goal.
Throw in this time. But the second string ruckman, Bennett, coming down, getting it tapped down. Out the back it goes. Sandy with the ball through Cameron. Gets it forward and he's found his man, Lockie Harris, at half back. Harris, little chip inside. He gets it out. He's got a man, a runner in Smith. Goes very, very wide out to Willie Walker. He's got room. Takes a bounce. Runs through the centre. Down towards centre half forward. Into the middle, and a
lovely.
great pass really in the end, because he made his player run around the front of his opponent. And, oh, hang on. He's played on. Given it off to Constable, who kicks to the line. Touched near the line and eventually forced through. I'm not sure that was an option really. He had to kick from outside 50 into the breeze there. I think he would have been better off going back and taking the kick there, Owens.
Richards to bring the ball back in for Oakleigh. He's told he has to play on. He kicks out wide, good measured kick, and he's found Matt Warren. Warren goes inboard, finds King, plays on. He's got a man on the wing, misses the mark, Day. Now intercepted, Higgins in there, close to the boundary line and out of bounds. Ball to be thrown in. Centre wing, eastern or freeway side of the ground. 27 plays 25. Grey skies, light just not quite as good as what it was earlier. They're out the back, Higgins, quick hands to Bennett. Now it's a searching kick inside 50. Ball bouncing, Higgins on the right. Needs a really cute bounce. That's not going to happen through for a behind.
Looking lively in this second term, Higgins.
Yeah, probably didn't have an option. His only other option was to prop and come back around on the left. But
probably would have got collared. Bringing the ball back in for Sandringham is Bailey Smith.
I reckon that breeze has just picked up a notch too, guys.
Yep, the Cannon's flag waving there.
McLean goes out wide, finds Brayshaw. Oh, sorry, Brayshaw's there, kicks inboard. King. Now it's kicked forward for Oakleigh, and gee, that's a strong mark. Strong contested mark for the Chargers. And
Stanford, isn't it?
Yes, this is Daniel Stanford. With the breeze behind him, he fancies his chances, does Daniel. Stanford comes in. He's going to kick from outside 50. Wobbly punt. Doesn't hit the target at all. Out of bounds on the full. Sandringham to take the resultant free kick. They trail by 3 points, the Dragons, 14 minutes into the second quarter.
Darker clouds just going around us at the minute. We might be lucky. They'll play on quickly here, the Dragons, and a mark in the last line of defence, that time to Smith. Smith goes across to Harris. Harris at half-back. Looking to switch. Runs around. Just can't break away. Oh, this is trouble. Puts him under the pump, but they had enough numbers back. And a little dinky kick to Constable. He's forced to play on. Runs around. Gets a kick under pressure and out in the full.
Good pressure there from the Chargers. Just panicked the Dragons into a situation they didn't want to be in.
They were a bit pretty there, the Dragons. O'Neill gets it. Had plenty of it. Gets towards full forward. Over the back it goes. There's a push out. Little hands in the back there. And that time McLean gets the free kick. Plays on. They'll get it wide, but it's gone too wide by the look of it. It'll work out of bounds. And a kick out of bounds on the full will go Sandy's way. Little toe tap there. Player calling his boys to get over the other side of the ground quickly. Ball spills free. Near the scoreboard. Centre wing. Sharked away that time.
There they go.
Brayshaw gets it. Moves it forward. takes a bounce. That was Harris with it. They'll kick it inside to a one-on-one. Up they go, juggling attempt by Morrisby. Can't quite break away. They get numbers back, Oakleigh, but it goes back into a pack formation. The umpire will come in and ball it up. One of the only open passages of play we've had today. Hasn't been a lot of it. Down to the front. Again, try and work it clear of a pack. Kick out of trouble, but Will Walker's under it. Oh, big fly over the back, spoils. And out of bounds it goes.
On the full.
Another on the full with a bit of a toe poke. Bit unlucky a couple of times there, the Chargers. So they'll straighten it up, but there's an intercept mark, and here they go. Chargers moving forward. Oh, beautiful pass to Higgins. Higgins is 55 out. He went a bit of a dribbler towards the square. Don't tell me it's straightened up. Oh, just offline. And through for a behind. He just didn't connect properly. And was trying to get his player in Whitehead to run onto that one, but offline it went. Now we've got Nagel in the back pocket. Forced to play on. Oh, good smother. Out of bounds it goes.
As Sandringham did in the first quarter, suffocating Oakleigh, it's now flip-flopped over the other way, and Oakleigh is suffocating.
Yeah.
Scala was the smotherer there.
Ball thrown in. Tap down. It's a bit of a hot footy. Brayshaw, Smith, caught high. No free kick. Now wrapped up by Higgs. And the umpire has blown his whistle. Will come in and ball it up.
Just with this stoppage, have a look at the number of Chargers players across half forward vacant at the moment.
It's the old wall, the old-fashioned wall.
That's why they're suffocating the Dragons.
Ball's on the deck. Constable, they get it out. Nice kick to centre wing, where that wall was. Chargers through Williams. They go inboard to King. Now they go laterally. They've got Sam Hardy. They open up the fat side of the ground. Hardy goes to the hot spot. The big men fly. Wooler trying to bustle his way through, but he's not getting through those Dragons. Ball to be thrown up 20 metres out.
Went to a 2-on-1 there. That probably could have opened it up the other side.
Wooler gets the punch. Charges. Comes out. Snap at goal there by O'Neill. And misses the target again. Out of bounds on the full. 19 minutes into the second quarter. Constable receives the ball in the heart of defensive 50. Lovely measured kick. They're trying to keep the ball moving, Sandringham. Now the pressure starts to get applied. Trying to keep it in, Oakleigh. They've got some numbers. They just need to win the football. It's still in dispute. It's getting a bit raggedy, and the umpire will come in and ball this up just inside the centre square.
Yep, got a few around this one as well. Up they go. Tap to the front. Reeves getting another knockout. Should break away. Constable with the hand pass. Again, they can't break away. Went without it. Play on's the call. 60 metres out from the Chargers goal. Kicking with a breeze. Overcast conditions at the moment here at Rams Arena. Black clouds to our right. Just not sure if we're going to miss it. Anyway, a clearing kick out towards the outer side wing. Out of bounds it goes.
The intent for the Dragons that was there
Deliberate.
in the first term doesn't seem to be there this quarter. No, they just dropped the pressure that they were bringing. It's
Good mark out in front.
Hard to work out why.
And the Dragons have got it to repel another attack here. That mark Person. But an intercept again this time. We're out of side again. And Oakleigh will drive it to the 50-metre mark. They bring it to ground. Good tackling by Wooler. Just held him up for the minute. Again, they're trying to clear it here. Oh, Constable runs into trouble. Just gets a toe on it. They try and work it clear. Good pressure by the forwards of Oakleigh just to hold them up. And there'll be a ball up, 55 out from goal. 29 plays 25. Oakleigh in front, 20 minutes into this second quarter.
We're in that land between the centre square and the arc. Oakleigh, it'll bring down rain this one. It's an up and under. Hits the carpet. Scrappy footy. Smith. Sweeping handball out wide. Close to the boundary line. Can't be kept in there by Mitchell Moore. And the ball will be thrown in 40 metres around from the Oakleigh goal. 3.5 minutes left in this second quarter. Oakleigh lead by 4 points. Sandringham will be defending grimly. Amati gets the tap out to Mickelmore. Mickelmore, wobbly kick to half back. Now they're going to send it back from whence it came. Smother. That hurt. Now, another smother by McLean. Good work. Lays off to Amati. He kicks as he's tackled. They look for Morrisby. And the big fella takes the grab.
Walker was the one that smothered that ball, and he's still down on his haunches.
And
Morrisby looks for the skipper in McLean. Lays it off to Williams. Back to McLean. Back to Williams. Williams spins around. Hops on his bike. Can't get it. Looking for Constable. Now there's a loose footy. Comes across. This is taken by Styles. Takes a bounce. Kicks across his body. Oh, now they're in the van. This is Trussler. Takes a bounce. Looks for home. Kicks to the left. Would have been a bonus goal, that one. 3-8-26 to 4-5-29 on the NG scoreboard.
Nice movement by Styles there. They get it out now. Oakleigh trying to work it clear. All tackled up. That time Day. Again, back with Day. He gets tackled over the line. Throw in. 48 from goal. Sandringham attacking into the breeze.
So for the momentum that the Chargers have had in this term, they haven't really got as much on the scoreboard as what they would have wanted, and that's why I think that goal would have been pivotal for the Dragons against the play.
There's a blocking here.
Going the way of the Dragons.
And it looks like Morrisby to take it. He's 50 metres out. It's probably a bit too far out, kicking into this breeze. He's holding it up.
Means he can't make the
He's going
distance.
for a lead. Nice mark. Is that Brayshaw? Nice grab out in front.
Constable.
No, Constable. Did well there. And he's going to kick from 35 out. What do we reckon? A little bit of left to right here.
Yeah, a little bit of left to right. Go for that left goal post. Just bring it back.
So 35 out, Constable. Comes in. Nice approach.
Oh, love it.
They did it beautifully at the goal post. Brought it around. And that's a great goal. Really good contested mark and goal. Sandy against the flow there. Have gone to 4-8-32. Taken the lead from Oakleigh 4-5-29. And that is in the second quarter. And we're almost half time here with about 15 seconds to go. You wouldn't think they'd be able to get a play out of this one. And that is a very handy goal because you'd think they'll have the breeze in the next quarter, Sandringham. They bring it to ground, kick out of trouble, back towards centre half forward. And there's the siren, just not enough time there. So 3 points the difference. Sandringham 32, Oakleigh 29 at half time here at Rams Arena. And haven't quite got all the goal kickers.
Yeah,
Matt has, or I have, either one.
So Lockie Harris for the Dragons, Lucas Barra, Charlie Constable, Isaac Morrisby, all with singles. And for the Chargers, Charlie Thompson, Toby Wooler, Jordan Troiani and Jack Higgins, the goal kickers in the first half for the Chargers. See them 4-5-29, trailing the Dragons 4-8-32, and that was a big goal on the halftime siren for the Dragons, and they've gone into a huddle immediately just to regroup. Willie Walker, who had that big smother about 5 minutes prior to half-time, just coming back onto the ground, so he received some treatment. It was a fairly big hit, and in this cold weather, that would have stung a little bit.
All right, half-time. We will be back on the other side of this talking to Matty Barmer from AFL Draft Central about all things draft.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to FootyProfit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Rams Arena, it is half time in the second match of the triple header and the last of our double header, if that makes sense. Oakleigh are 4-5-29. They trail by 3-4-8-32. And in the earlier game, Western Jets defeated the Northern Knights 66-50. And joining Matto and I is Matt Barmer from AFL Draft Central. How are you, Matt?
Hey, Crooksy, thanks for having me on.
Good. We haven't seen much. I haven't seen you much. We haven't crossed paths. Your partner in crime, Pete, the other week down there, but at Frankston, I think we saw him and had a chat to him. But I've been following you closely, Matt, and your scribes, and you're the guy I put a lot of faith in. Before we deal with this year, are we happy with our number one draft pick from last year? I am. He's part of my Tatsotto numbers now, so that's always a good indication. How have you seen his season?
Yeah, Andy's been great. I think we called it probably about this time last year. We were talking about how good Andy's been playing at school for Brighton Grammar, and then now he's playing at Essendon. It's amazing how things can change in sort of 12 months. He's fitted in really well. Hasn't looked out of place, and that's what you want in your first draftee. I think I heard Andy Marr say on a number of occasions he's seen Andy McGrath fumble once all season, and that's sort of been fairly close to the truth. Rising star? Yeah, it's going to be interesting between him and Ryan Burton. They're probably the two at the moment. Sam Powell-Pepper's had a good year, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that gets judged.
I hope it is. That was last year. How are you seeing this year?
Yeah, this year's a bit different. It's a different draft. Last year was probably a lot deeper, and this year will be there won't be as many picks taken, I would have thought, and wouldn't surprise me to see clubs sort of looking towards the VFL and looking a bit differently, but you're still going to get your top talent at the top. Yes, it might drop off after maybe pick 30, but every year there's always talent, and clubs are here to pick them.
If you were to put your house on who'll go number one at this stage, because there seems to be, I follow you, obviously, and all the guys I know through this, but you listen to everyone, I'm sort of getting a different person each time. Who do you think might be the number one?
Well, Stephen Cannell's just sitting about 5 metres away from me, so if I start spitballing names out and see what he comes across with his facial expressions, I'm not sure at the moment. Last year we probably thought Hugh McCluggage was going one for most of the year, and it turned out to be Andy. There's probably a fair few names in it. Cameron Rayner, Paddy Dow, Nick Caulfield, Luke Davies-Iñaki, and there's probably someone else I've forgotten there.
Adam
Cerra, yeah, of course. He's out for the season with a shoulder injury, but there's plenty of names up there for Brisbane, and at the moment they've got the number one pick, but North Melbourne play them next week, and the result might go Brisbane's way, and that changes things, and then of course Brisbane could trade the pick.
Best big man in the draft this year?
Yeah, it's interesting at the moment. I mean, Will Sutherland was probably the key tall a couple of months ago, but now he's chosen the cricket pathway, so Jared Brander's name's always been up there as a key forward or key back, whatever end he wants to be played at. At the moment though, Aaron Norton from WA has had a bit of interest. I know clubs have been making the trip across to Perth to watch him, so he might be one to watch, but probably Brander at the moment I think is the best tall.
So Bendigo have got two in the mix. Are we going to see them next Saturday against Oakleigh? I hope Dow and Brander, they're both playing tomorrow up there. So what can you tell us about Dow as well, those two boys?
Yeah, Paddy Dow's played the year at Geelong Grammar. He made it 3 best and fairest in a row for their first 18, so he's had a stellar year at Geelong. His clearance work's very good, has speed from the stoppage. I know a few people have sort of mentioned the Paddy Dangerfield. He's got that burst that Danger has from the stoppage. His kicking in the championships was okay, but it's been pretty good down at Geelong Grammar, sorry. Yeah, he's one of those premier midfielders that'll likely end up in the top 5.
What about a roughie? There's all these big profile names getting talked about. Is there a diamond in the rough somewhere?
Yeah, there always is. I think there might be a couple out here today for Sandy that we're watching at the moment. 2 Victorian cricketers, Nathan Murphy and Ed Newman. They've had a bit of interest at club level, and Nathan's off to the National Combine in October, and Ed's got a state combine invite. So I think the two of them are probably some sort of roughies and smokies that have, a couple of months ago we probably thought they might go the cricket pathway, or they might not be draft prospects, and now it sort of looms that they might both push up, and Murphy might even push up into the top 20, and Ed Newman's had a really good year for Mentone Grammar, so they're probably two from Victoria.
And what about Jack Pietratelli from the Northern Knights? Well, we're all a big fan of him. Where does he rank?
Yeah, we've had a few games out here that we've seen Jack run down the wing and show his speed. He's that basketball traits in him. He's got the good jump. He's got the speed. Where does he fit in? I'm not sure at the moment. Maybe somewhere in that second or third round at the moment. But as we've seen time and time again with finals and players who play well in big games, they can push themselves up. Jack has had a really good year, so we'll see how he ends up.
So I liken him maybe to a Formula One car whose engine's a bit dodgy, like something that Red Bull doing to Daniel Ricciardo. If they put an engine in Jack Pietratelli, to me, he could be your diamond in the rough that you do get sort of in a lower pick or a second round pick, and you could all of a sudden just leapfrog.
Yeah, you got to remember he hasn't played a lot of footy. I mean, he has played a bit at junior level, but that basketball's sort of probably been his number one until sort of recently. So he's one with a lot of upside, and the clubs will look at that when they come to consider where they're going to draft him.
Father sons this year?
Yeah, there's a couple. Probably not going to probably have a high-ish pick that we haven't had in the past, like we had Dacos and Brown last year. But from SA, there's Jackson Edwards, the son of Tyson. He might find himself as a later pick. And then there's probably a few chances maybe around the rookie draft.
Naish?
Yeah, and Naish, of course, we've got Naish. Paddy's an interesting one. Obviously, the son of Chris. He had a good championships, played mostly across half-back. I've likened him at Ivanhoe Grammar when he's played up forward. Showed his smarts in the AGS V Grand Final where he kicked 3 goals against Marsland. He'll probably, be interesting to see where those bids come in. He's probably more of a 15 to maybe 25 range for a bit. I know some might rate him a bit higher, but as we've seen time and time again, the bids generally come in a bit later on draft night. So I expect him probably a second round pick early on, but we'll see how that plays out.
See how it goes out. The school footy. You were all over the school footy, and this is like I can only squeeze so much football into my head, so I can't bow down. Tell me about this. How all the school footies come out, where it sits.
Yeah, the school footy competition is very strong when you look at the APS and the AGSV competitions, where a lot of the draft pool generally come out of. So the TAC Cup gets a bit weaker in sort of the May, June, July sort of period while they're all off playing school footy, and it's no surprise that clubs go and watch the school footy because there's some very good players running out there. And the last sort of couple of weeks we've had our sort of finals, the rep games, and during the week we had the Herald Sun Shield grand final. So school footy's a lot different. There's no density rule that we see in the TAC Cup where you can only have 5 in your forward fifth sort of half. None of that at school footy. You can tag, so you get to see the premier midfielders battle one of the year 11s or one of the year 12s. The elite endurance kid, tags the kid and has a crack. And sometimes the better prospects push through, and sometimes they sort of struggle a bit. But they're the sort of the two key differences. But it's still a very high standard.
There was a name during the week, Riccardi, that made a big impact in the Herald Sun Shield. Where do you rank him?
Yeah, Jake's an interesting one. He's played a few games for Calder and then played for St Bernard's. It was a good game down at Simmons Stadium in that last quarter. The first sort of centre clearance from Xavier O'Halloran, and the ball got down to Riccardi, and he kicked his first goal of the last quarter, so he ended up with 3 for the day. So he'll be one that sort of will want to put his hand up in the game this afternoon and continue his form from school footy, because he's been okay at TAC Cup level, but he's got 3 games to push himself and possibly finals to see whether he can push himself into a draftee.
Beautiful work. All right, we've got the Oakleigh Chargers have just run back on the ground. We've got to take a break. Love talking draft with you. Undoubtedly, we'll see you around the finals, Traps.
Yeah, won't miss it.
We're not at Icon Park. We had that beautiful room last year, didn't we? We all shared.
No, we're not. We'll have to find somewhere at Abbotsford at Collingwood to find a nice spot for us, won't we?
I'll have nightmares going there.
Those two words don't go together, do they? Nice and Collingwood?
Collingwood? No, not at all. All right, Matt Barmer from AFL Draft Central. Google him. Follow him on Facebook and Twitter. He's the man to follow.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
You're on TAC Cup Radio, back on the other side of this.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au. Like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short sleeve work shirts just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to FootyProfit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time. Nixon Finance has been running in the plenty
on taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app. This is TAC Cup Radio.
Welcome back to Rams Arena, the second match of a triple header. And it is the Chargers trailing the Dragons 4-5-29 to 4-8-32. Rick Morris to get us underway for the second half.
Kick forward for the Chargers, but not quite able to take it inside 50. Willie Walker gets it out, moves it forward. They can't quite get away with it. Intercept here. Day gets it and kicks long. It'll be another intercept mark and the turnover to Sandringham in the back pocket. They'll work it wide. Stiles gets it at half back. And he'll look to go straight up the wing. Looking to go inboard as well. He'll chip inside. And we'll have another intercept here. Mistakes galore early in the piece. Phillips gets it across further. And that was kicked away by Stacker. Stacker to Hart. Just weighing up his options. He'll go to a lead. Out in front, juggling attempt that time by Stanford. Takes the mark. He's 50 out from goal.
Going to be difficult into the breeze.
Yeah, probably too far today, so he'll lay it off. Gets it out very wide, which is probably just as difficult. And Troani plays on. Kicks long to the square. Up they go. Punched away. Back pocket. Here it comes. Now they try and clear. This will favour the Dragons here. Sorry, the Chargers. And a good intercept mark that time. Collier Dawkins goes inboard to Hardy. He's still too far out to score. He kicks to a lead. Out in front, punched away beautifully. Out of bounds it goes. 50 metres out from Oakleigh's goal.
Chargers have built that wall again that they had in that second half and have been able to trap it in for the first 2 or so minutes of
Doing
the
pretty
third
well
term.
into the breeze, the Chargers, keeping most of the play at the minute. Couple of minutes in. Trying to break away or high tackle. The umpire closer to the action had a better view of it and he saw it. And this time we've got a free kick going Oakleigh's way. Matthew King will take it from 50. And remembering this a little bit of left to right, this kick. Going to take a big kick from 50 here. So King walks in. And he kicks to the right and it'll skew that way. Up they go, uncontested mark really. Free kick given that time. And looks like the big fella in McLean down there will play on straight away the outer side. And intercept juggling mark that time, Whitehead takes the mark. 45 out, he'll straighten to centre half forward, but he's kicked it to Constable. He plays on straight away for Sandy. They get caught again in that play on. And now there's another turnover, and Oakleigh will kick it inside 50, and Whitehead takes it again. He'll play on. Oh, that kick looked off the side of the boot, but in the end, straight to his player.
Geez, need to get the tape measure out.
There wasn't much in it, was there? Either that was a very skillful play or just lucky.
A lot of errors in that passage of play too.
Yeah, it looks like Hart will take the kick. And he kicks into the teeth of the breeze and it holds up beautifully. Gets the goal. Lovely kick off the boot. And that's a great result to Oakleigh. Hart gets the goal. And now Sandringham 4-8-32. Trail Oakleigh 5-5-35. 3-point margin. That is on the NG scoreboard. 4 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Just seem to have a bit more spring in their step, the Oakleigh Chargers. Something they had in the second term which got them back into the game.
Back in the middle. Reeves and McLean. Neither ruckman get a decisive hand on it. Could have been caught high, not called by the umpire. Day gets the ball out by hand. Ends up in the hands of Hardy. He's been good. Sandringham turn it over. Interception, Bujaya. There's a whistle blown and it's a free kick to Jack Higgins. He'll play on straight away. He kicks it to the top of the square. He's looking for a mark. 2 bites of the cherry and the mark has been taken. Might have hurt his finger. This is Stanford.
He's good in the air, Stanford. Doesn't he create
He
a
is.
contest?
He
He's,
is.
what is he, 189 centimetres. That middle height for a forward. He can play back. Plays a bit of both.
Is he got a bit of the Daniel McStays about him, I reckon?
Yeah, could be a swing player.
Stanford lays back on it and puts it right through the middle. Good goal to the Oakleigh Chargers. They've gone bang bang at the start of the third quarter. 6-5-41. They lead Sandringham 4-8-32. And we're 5.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Already a lot more efficient going inside 50 than what they were in that second term. A couple of quick goals puts the pressure really on Sandringham now. They need this clearance. Beautiful conditions now here at Rams Arena too.
Back in the middle, McLean gets tapped out. Sandringham need a clearance. Constable. Lovely measured kick. Mark taken by Crocker. Joel Crocker on the left boot. Kicks to the heart of 50. Good view there by the umpire. Had full sight of that. It was in the back. Ball comes out to Charlie Thompson. Thompson on the right boot. looking for Higgins. Higgins marks with his hands, holds the ball up, honours the lead. They go forward, and mark taken by Charlie Whitehead. Just forward of centre wing. Precision footy, Troiani.
Two nicely weighted kicks, weren't they, out in front?
Into the, well, the breeze has dropped a bit, but they've...
They just weighted them nicely so that the forward could move on and
run onto it, yeah.
Run onto it, and it just gave the defender no chance. So really well executed by those two lads.
Ball to be thrown in 40 metres around from the Chargers' goal. They are kicking to the southern or city end of the ground. Ball spinning back in. McLean, double fister, goes down. Dragons clearing kick. Big Ned Reeves puts it up. Now this is Ethan Phillips. Hands it off to Aiton Delaney. And mark taken for mine. Bit of a slips catch. And the mark is taken. And this is Luke Stacker has marked this. Led for the ball, dropped to his knees, took it close to the ground. And now he finds himself with a set shot directly in front, about 25 metres out. Should be right within his range. Stacker comes in, the left footer. Just pushes it left. Through for a behind. Oakleigh move on to 6-6-42. Sandringham 4-8-32. They lead by 10 points, the Chargers, on the NG scoreboard. And we're 8 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Played on. Higgins intercepts and works it out. Out of bounds it goes. Oakleigh doing really well this quarter. 10-point margin, kicking. They'll be kicking with the wind in the last quarter, so any margin would be an advantage with those conditions. Play on's the call now. Up they go. Tapped away by Bennett. Sharked by Brayshaw. Kicks it out. Keenor's in the van here. Punches it forward. Morrisby gives off the hand. Oh, he's in all sorts, but gets it off. There he goes. That was Owens. Kai Owens kicks towards the square. Marty brings it to ground. Can't quite break away. There's Keenor looking for an option. Gives it out to O'Neill, who gets tackled. Crunched into the ground, and we've got a snap on goal. And he was crunched into the ground head first. Got up very gingerly there. And the umpire didn't want a bar of it.
Thought it might have been a bit high.
Just landed with his head in the turf. So we'll have a kick in. And now Aiton Delaney has it. He's in the back pocket. Will kick long and high to the 50.
Oh, no.
Morrisby underneath it, juggles it. Can't quite gather it enough times. And now, geez, he'd be pretty heavy falling on top of you, young Morrisby.
What
Big
is,
lad.
192 and 95. I think he only had 1 foot on the scales, Rick.
Up they go. Tapped down again by Bennett. Should be able to clear this time by O'Neill. Micklemore gets all tied up. The umpire lets him go. It'll end up in the hands of Williams. He'll get it inside. Good call, Morrisby, for the mark. Called out Brayshaw, who will give it back to. Doesn't quite hit him on the half volley. Morrisby gets it back. He'll centre it to centre half forward. Up they go, and nice mark there to Nagel. Nagel, he's given it off. They're going to have a long go at this, and ends up at the top of the square. Snap on goal by Morrisby, puts it through on the left. Thank you very much. And that is an AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender, that is for sure. And that goes to Morrisby in the 11th minute of this third quarter. And the score goes on to Sandringham, 5-9-39. We've got a 3-point ball game. Oakleigh, 6-6-42. And that's on the NG scoreboard 11 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
A little bit of a glimpse there of the Dragons from the first quarter trying to get their game going.
Amati gets the tap down, gets it to Jan Storm. Now Hardy intercepts for Oakleigh. Looking for Bujaya. It's almost trapped underneath him. Needs to be careful. Umpire gives him the benefit. Comes in, will ball this up. We're between the centre square and centre wing. The NG scoreboard in the background. Ball in dispute again. Gets spat out the back. Bennett's got it. Amati just goes wallop. And the ball will be thrown in again. 20 metres closer to the Dragons' goal. Halfway through this third quarter. Only 3 points in it. Oakleigh go forward. Only to be repelled by Sandringham. Nice measured kick. Brayshaw comes off hands. This is picked up by Crocker. He gets it across to Jean Storm. He's on the left boot. He kicks it deep. Oakleigh on the last line of defence. Nice mark there. Saving by Ethan Phillips. His kick is a bit errant. Keenor can't take it, and it is... No, I thought it was out of bounds on the full. It's going to be smothered. Going to be thrown in. Boundary umpires ready. McLean and Bennett to do battle in the ruck. Bennett taps it over into a bit of space. Sandringham, Richards for Oakleigh. Good clearing handball. Oh, this is dodgy. Good work by Sandringham, trying to keep the ball in their forward line. They're all over it. The umpire, the players worry a bit, I reckon. They can't see where the umpire is. They haven't heard a whistle. They know they could get pinged.
Especially with all the hands up in the air there from the Dragons.
Just appealing. McLean and Bennett again. It's just a hot potato at the moment. Trussler. Oh, nice work by Keenor. He kicks out. Wooler. Amati. Joel Amati. Footyprofit.com.au. Mark of the day contender. Smothered by Wooler. Gives him the old don't argue. They kick forward. Leading the race for the ball is Jackson Hill. The ball comes inboard. Oh, pushed off the footy. Ends up back with Amati. This time the kick goes forward. Over the back. Nice work. Gets out to Sam Hardy. He's tackled. Eventually ends up in the hands of Aiton Delaney. He kicks to centre wing. It's all Sandringham. They spoil each other. Pushing the back. Joel Amati to get the free kick.
He did end up on the ground, face down, so fair call. Amati gets another kick smothered here. Umpire lets him go. Out the back door that time, Murphy. Again, back it comes to Charlie Thompson for Oakleigh, driving it forward. Out in front. He's got his man Stacker getting involved this quarter. Gives it out to Williams. Back in the middle of the ground it is. Now we've got Aiton Delaney. He'll force it wide. And they're getting himself into more trouble here because that ball's turned over by Brayshaw. They'll get it clear through Harris. And scoreboard side, outer wing. We've got a loose man out there, the big fella in the ruckman in McLean. Couldn't quite gather it. Out of bounds it goes.
They're trying to overpossess it, the Dragons.
They should have made more of that attack, yeah.
Just seem to always be looking for the handball rather than the kick.
Hard to pick a winner at this stage. Ball thrown in. McLean's got front spot. Again, ball just wrapped up in 3 tackles and the umpire will come in. 75 metres out from the Dragons' goal. They've got the use of what breeze there is. Big black cloud. Don't think it's got any rain in it. Just coming over Rams Arena. Harris picks it up, kicks it round the corner. It's up and under. Ball hits the deck. Oakleigh need to be clean. Clean they are. Kick to the outer wing. Amati's got front position. Gets first bite at it. Can't take it on the way down. Again, ball in dispute. And it's just trickled over the boundary line and out of bounds. 16 minutes, 20 seconds gone. Third term. 6-6-42 to 5-9-39. Oakleigh holds sway. Beautiful throw in. Amati, good work in the ruck. Ends up Bennett, now Amati again. Higgins, good hands. Gets it out, intercepted. Harris for Sandringham. They get it clear, they kick into the half forward flank, and it is over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Ball in. We're just inside the 50. Sandringham feel might need to sneak a little bit of a margin at three-quarter time. Bennett to the front. There's a kick, here's a go. Trusler in the front. Takes the mark. Or it might be Harris, sorry.
Yeah, Harris, Lockie Harris.
Harris is 35 metres out. Not much of an angle.
Already has a goal today too.
And that's probably the preferred side to be kicking from, that outer side.
You mentioned his name. He's been quiet, Trussler, today.
Early he was in the play in the first quarter, but quiet since. Might keep an eye on the boundary there. And Harris puts it through. Nice kick through the middle, and that's what they needed, Sandringham. 6-9, 45. They're taking the lead from Oakleigh. 6-6, 42. That is on the NG scoreboard. 18 minutes in on the Technica time clock, third quarter.
Second goal there for Lockie Harris, and a similar pattern to that second term where Oakleigh seemed to have the momentum and being controlling the game. Sandringham able to get one against play. Can they get another one here just to open the margin up a little bit?
6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Sandy have arrested the lead. Or same lead they had at half time. Remember, they were 3 points up at half time. They'll be looking to make some hay while the sun shines. Ned Reeves, the big fella's got the reach. Taps the ball out. Sandringham trying to clear the ball. Mark Cameron gets it in the middle. This is Alfie Jarnstorm. He goes out wide to Cameron again. They go inboard. Lovely mark taken on the lead.
Gee, that's nearly encroachment there.
Yeah, they kick to the hot spot. They're looking for Morrisby at the back. And the big fella takes the mark, plays on.
No, push in the back.
Push in the back. All right, Oakleigh, recipient of the free kick. Last line of defence, Matt Warren. Goes up the middle of the ground. Not sure it was the best play. And through for a behind. Luck's a fortune. Ed Richards takes the kick out. Gets it to Higgins. Higgins drives it up to Charlie Thompson. Lovely kick, measured. Now they get it across to Mickelmore. Mickelmore goes forward of centre wing. Lovely work there by Geordie Nagel to intercept. Sandringham going to drive this back from whence it came. Oh, Mark dropped there. Should have been taken. Sofronides gets the handball to Brayshaw. Brayshaw goes into the pocket. McLean drops what perhaps he should have taken. And the ball will be thrown in where the 50-metre line dissects the boundary line.
It's a good passage of play, apart from the two marks that they dropped there, the Dragons.
Ball comes out. Oh, he might get pinged here, Thompson. He will. And taking the resultant free kick is Kai Owens. Owens will kick this from 55. He holds the ball above his head, which means he wants a lead. They've got a couple of big targets up forward. And there's one of them, McLean. Misses it. Reeves by hand to Ed Richards. Richards has to butter up. They get out wide. Oh, going back into trouble always worries me. Higgins, Richards, Collard. Dispossessed, holding the ball.
They were never out of trouble there, were they?
No.
The over handball there.
As soon as you turn back into it, you're asking for it, I reckon. All right, free kick to Sandringham. And Is this Willie Walker? Believe it to be. I'm looking through camera cables and cameramen as comes in and kicks just across the face.
Was Willie.
4 are behind. 6:11.47 to 6:6.42 on the NG scoreboard. Sandy by 5. 22 minutes into the third quarter on the Technica time clock. Rick.
They'll play on straight away from full back here, Oakleigh, and drive it long. That time Richards gets it to Reeves, who takes the mark, too tall. Plays on, kicks it out in front of, behind Wooler. He had an awkward bounce. Crocker picks up, gives it off to Constable, who plays on, and he finds his man out there in Williams. He'll go towards the top of the square here. He goes a little right. 2 on 1 here. Oh, there goes Harris, tries to work it inboard. Dangerous spot, but too many Oakleigh charges there. O'Neill to clear in the back pocket. Plays on, goes out wide. Whitehead punched away. Out of bounds it goes. So Oakleigh repelled that one.
Only just.
There's a 5-point margin. I think we're going to be in for a good game in the final quarter. Wind died down a little. Thump to the front. Players running onto it, and out of bounds it goes again. We've only got, we're 23 minutes and 10 seconds into this third quarter. Remembering it's only 25 minutes today, no time on.
Positive for the Dragons here. They've been able to lock it in for the last 5 minutes or so.
Ball thrown in. Big fly, but Reeves gets a tap out again. They should clear here. O'Neill been everywhere today. Good tackle. And we've got a lot of players around this, and there'll be a ball up. And, of course, when you get a lot of players in a scrimmage, you get a scrimmage.
That's very good. Very profound, Rick.
They've tapped it down, but a high tackle this time to Reeves. I don't know how you can tackle him around the neck. Seems impossible going up for a ruck contest. But anyway, Reeves has it. Kicks up and under. Outer side of the ground. Centre wing. They bring it to ground. Another pack forms. That looked like in the back.
Good call.
And, yep, Toby Wooler laying on his back. So there should be a free kick paid this time to Constable, who's been good in this quarter. Charlie goes long. Keenor brings it to ground. They'll play on Oakleigh. Try and work it clear, but out of bounds it goes. We'll have a ball in. And we are about, a long way out. We're at half forward there.
Almost. Well, I think that'll just about be it for the quarter too.
So they'll bring it to ground and blow the siren. And that is three-quarter time here at Rams Arena in Game 2 of the triple header. And we've got Sandringham 6-11-47 to Oakleigh 6-6-42, a 5-point game. Oakleigh kicking with a slight breeze in this last quarter.
Who won the quarter, boys?
Oh, well,
I think Oakleigh would be
Sandringham
content.
by 2 points.
I think Oakleigh would be content with that result. Kicking with a breeze.
Certainly an arm wrestle.
And the goal kickers, please, Matt.
2 each to Lockie Harrison and Isaac Morrisby. Singles to Barrett and Constable. That's for the Dragons. For the Chargers, all single goal kickers. Charlie Thompson, Toby Wooler, Daniel Stanford, Jordan Troiani, Sam Hardy and Jack Higgins.
All right, we will take a break. One more quarter to go today for us. If you missed the earlier game, the Jets won by 16 points over the Knights. This game going down to the wire. Lock it in, don't go anywhere.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark.
Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au. Like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro, orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to FootyProfit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Three-quarter time here at Rams Arena. It is 6:42 the Chargers, 6:11:47 the Sandringham Dragons as the Chargers huddle just breaks up. Which way is this going to go? Have Sandringham got a good enough lead?
No, well, I think Oakleigh were pretty competitive in that quarter as well, and they're kicking with a slight breeze, but we've seen it happen so often at TAC Cup level. The breeze doesn't always get the work done. The team that's prepared to do the running in the final quarter will win the game, so it'll get down to that in the end. Breeze not being that big an influence.
The last two quarters have had a similar pattern too. The Chargers have started well, maintained possession of the ball, and then the Dragons in about the last 5 or 10 minutes of the quarter have been able to get a couple of quick scores on the board.
So they're only averaging 2 goals a quarter, both of these teams, and 2 goals. So
just waiting for someone to stand up.
Yeah, there's someone's got to break open the game, and whoever's going to win it's going to need to kick 3 or 4 goals.
Who'd be favourite for the Nixon Finance Player of the Day in this?
Gee.
Tough, isn't it?
Tough gig, yeah. Hasn't been a lot of great players. It's been even performance. A lot of packs and a lot of handballs that have gone to the opposition in this game.
Like Jack Higgins' work up forward, he's been lively when there's been the opportunity.
Last quarter underway. Take it away, Rick.
Up they go. Big leap by Reeves. Gets it to ground. The umpire's paid a free kick. And this will go in the way of Ed Richards. In the middle of the ground, Richards goes on the left. Boots it long. Inside 50. Up they go. They bring it to ground. Oh, running into trouble, running out of trouble. This is dangerous. Higgins on the left. Puts her through.
Hit the post.
The umpire did not move then, and I thought he had it. But it's hit the post on the left, and you would have backed him in. One behind. So that moves the score on to 43 to 47. 4-point margin to the Dragons. They'll play on from full back. Montanaro brings it to ground. They're all tied up here. 55 out from the Oakleigh goal. Ball up right near the wing. Up they go. Tap down, out of bounds it goes. This might open it up a bit. Boundary throw in. McLean. Up against Stanford.
Chargers have created that wall again.
They bring it to ground. There's the wall. And just the kick didn't favour it. Amati gets it. Runs into trouble. Gives it off. Kick not quite carrying the distance there, Barrett. Play on's a call. Oh, crashing and the pack's crashing, banging. Out the back it goes this time. Williams kicks it back inboard, right next to the boundary. Oh, he ran into trouble there, but out of bounds it went. Could see a big collision coming up there, but it didn't happen, luckily. Ball in, centre wing. Over the back, Brayshaw with the kick forward. They spoil well. Over towards the boundary line. Oh, they kept it in and Montanaro runs it out.
2 minutes into this last quarter. No addition to the score. Oh, sorry, 1 point to Oakleigh. 4 points the difference. Eastern side of the ground. Rams Arena bathed in sunshine. Oh, caught and dispossessed. Good tackle there from Luke Stacker. Stacker goes laterally, finds Matty King. King sends it to the other side of the ground. Dangerous kick, didn't have the depth. Mark taken, that was Nagel. He gets it across to Williams, who takes a bounce. He kicks up forward, needs a mark, comes to the carpet. Trying to barge through, dispossessed, and resultant free kick. That was Willie Walker. And the free kick goes to Aiton Delaney. Delaney kicks up looking for Stanford, had too much on it. And the skipper in Hayden McLean has taken the mark. Captain's goal required here, Hayden. Kicking into the breeze to the southern end. He's gone back like Michael Holding. Big run up. He's got plenty in the leg to get it there. Hayden McLean comes in for probably about a 30-degree angle. Kicks from 51 metres. It's going to go to the top of the square. Oh, mark almost taken for Sandringham. Now they jump on it and the ball will be thrown up. 12 metres out from Sandy's goal. Throw a blanket over about 18 of them. Umpire tries to find a bit of space to throw it up. Amati comes out the back. Oakleigh over to Keenor. Keenor goes to the outer half-back flank. They need to be clean, and by God, clean they are. Charlie Thompson gets it, kicks it to centre wing. Comes over the back. This is Person. Person gets it over underneath the scoreboard. It's close to the boundary line. They're trying to keep it in. Can't do it. Boundary umpire sees it over the boundary line, out of bounds, to be thrown in.
Has Person been matched up all day with Wooler?
I'd say he has been.
Because he hasn't done a lot, but he's negated him well. Done a good job. Hasn't got a lot of the ball, but still Wooler hasn't dominated like we know he can. Back to ground it goes. What are they going to pay here? Ball up.
Still an arm wrestle. No one really wants it, do they?
Up they go. And another ball up. This is the worst thing about TAC Cup footy. If we'd ever criticise Crooksy, there's far too many ball ups. I don't know what they can do about it, but it's been happening for years. Anyway, Wooler takes the mark. Good sliding mark. 50 out.
Now another captain's shot at goal.
Exactly. So he's got the wind behind him at least, so the distance shouldn't be a problem. Someone calling for it in the forward pocket there. I don't think that's an option. We'll let it come in. Normally a pretty good kick. Let's see what he does. Comes in, crosses 50, kicks long and a little left through for behind.
2 opportunities now for the Chargers.
That moves them on to 6:8:44 to 6:11:47. Just over 6 minutes into the last quarter. Sandringham bring it in. Need to get rid of it. They're quick enough. Sandringham square it up through Styles. Now they try to come back down through the corridor. Looks like to be all Oakleigh. They keep the ball in front of him. King, good work, spins out of a pack. The hand back to Thompson, who kicks out wide. And Troiani gets it. Goes into the middle. Here they go. Sam Hardy. He kicks into the heart of 50. Comes over the back to Reeves. Not his long suit, Reeves. The ground ball. Montanaro for Sandringham. Spins out of trouble. Now Micklemore looks at goal. Swings it back left to right. Outswinger. Good goal, Ed Micklemore. And that's the one Oakleigh wanted. 8:8:56. God bless you, Harry Beitzel, to 6:11:47 on the NG scoreboard. 7.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Credit has to go there to Reeves in that forward pocket. Applied the pressure to cause the turnover and allowed Micklemore to get the goal. And that was after the contest where he had to bend down a long way to try and pick the ball up. So a good second effort there from the big man.
Micklemore didn't rush the kick onto the left. He straightened up and kicked it through with the right. Up they go. McLean gets a tap out. Thump down. Oh, big fly by Amati brings it to ground. There goes Harris with the hand. They get it down a bit further field. Centre half forward it is. Underneath it, trying to work it clear. Oakleigh in trouble. Just got to get it out to the back door. And they did that. Still haven't got clean ball. Now they're kicked out towards Hart. Went over the top. Morrisby will intercept. No, that was McLean. They can't quite break away. Now they'll go inboard to Wooler. He took the tackle. Back to McNeil. Play on O'Neill. Can't break away again. And we've got all players over the top of this one. They're trying to scrag it out of there. They let it go eventually and they got it out to Whitehead. Now they've got the run. Troiani, he'll look to dish it off to his teammate in Micklemore. Gives it back to Troiani and he'll go short and Higgins takes the mark. He just arched the back. He does that so well. Such a strong mark in a one-on-one for a little guy.
Great work by Troiani through the middle.
It was here.
I thought he nearly ran his full measure at the first time around, but
he directed his teammate there in...
so it was Thompson.
that went through. Just beautiful direction, and the kick didn't go that well off the boot. Bit of a floater, but found its mark.
Higgins kicks for goal. They have a move. That's a goal. It's a big goal in the context of this game. So let's look at the scoreboard. Sandy 6-11, 47. Oakleigh 7-8, 50. 3 points the difference.
No, I think it's the other way around. They put it on the wrong score, mate.
Should be 8-8.
I thought there was something wrong there.
It'll be 9-8.
No, I
They
think
kicked 2.
they were a bit hot on the button before, so they pulled it back to
Just give that
7-8,
scoreboard
50.
in a minute.
Should be 8-8, 56, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I think that's right. 9-point margin to Oakleigh, 10 minutes into the final quarter.
All right, we'll sort out the NG scoreboard. Sandringham, I know one thing, Sandringham needs some goals, and they need to start kicking them shortly. Ball to be tossed up back in the middle. Reeves and Amati. I've liked both games from the two ruckmen. Bujaya for Oakleigh. He's just trapped with the footy. And the ball will, as you said, Rick, no shortage of ball ups in TAC Cup footy. Amati gets the tap down this time, but Oakleigh get the clearance. They do it by hand. They go deep inside 50. It's bouncing. They're a chance. Bennett on the left boot. Snaps. Touched off the boot. Right onto it. Good goal umpiring.
Would have just about put them away.
8-9, 57 to 6-11, 47. 10 points the difference on the NG scoreboard. As that was close to the boundary line, and we're 11 minutes in on the Technica time clock. They go short. Styles in the back pocket. Looks up. Oakleigh very good at hemming it in. Willie Walker. Yep. Chopping of the arms. Willie Walker kicks along centre wing, looking for big Joel Amati, who takes it on his May West. He kicks it inboard. He was looking for Charlie Constable, but Trussler comes in. Now Brayshaw's on the break. He goes forward. He's got a man on the tear, and he picks him out. And this is...
Badly needed.
This
Crocker,
is Joel Crocker. Good
He,
vision by Brayshaw.
Yeah, well, he could have gone towards goal and kicked the goal himself even, but he saw Crocker was probably in a better position.
Joel Crocker, what an important shot for goal. Crocker comes in, launches at it, going right to left and too far left at the end. 6-12, 48 to 8-9, 57 NG scoreboard, 12 and a half minutes in, Technica time clock.
Kick to the outer side of the ground. Up they go, big leap. 2-on-1. Sandy did well to get it back inside 50 there. I'll try and work it clear now. Kick to the pocket, and that intercept marked by Williams. They'll switch here. Oh, it's dangerous. Very dangerous. Montanaro won't miss. Oh, he did. Normally a beautiful kick, but he was under pressure. Hit the post, and that was a big kick.
6-13 to 8-9.
They'll play on in the back pocket here, Oakleigh. Thompson's a target. Over the back it goes, and a nice mark to Day. Judged it better than all. He'll look to, oh, he's going very wide here. O'Neill goes inboard, and he's found his teammate Bajaya, who's been pretty good. Stands out in the limey, are they lime or yellow?
Good question. Fluoro.
Fluoro, either of them. Up they go. Oh, Bennett with the fly. Push out. Not allowed to jump too high. And there'll be a kick there. That time it was Smith finding Constable. He'll go wide. Weighted the kick beautifully, and they'll play on. Again, the kick didn't find the target there from Sofronides. And there'll be a ball up for sure here.
It's what's let them down a couple of times, that kick off half-back, the Dragons.
Yeah, they did the switch well. Up they'll go here. Bennett and Amati gets it to the front. No clear kick out of the pack. Again, smothering. Trying to paddle it forward here. Oakleigh out the back door. Good tackling. Dangerous ball here. Oh, he gets on the left. Troiani kicks it a long way. The wind carried it and might have just bounced inside the boundary here. We'll have a throw in. This could be an important play in the game. Oakleigh looking to score with an 8-point margin. Throw in. Reeves to the front. Whitehead swoops on it. Runs out of bounds.
Troiani's been very active in this final term for the Chargers.
Got a few that are stepping up at the minute. Ball in again. Amati gets it down. Just trying to work it clear through Murphy. Gets it to Crocker, outer side of the ground, half-back flank. Crocker. Like to see him get a lot more of the ball. Another year away for the Mighty Kangas, outer side of the ground. Just paddling it around. They'll get the handball out, but to no one in particular. Williams gets tied up with it. The umpire lets it go. Back in trouble it goes. Kick out of the pack. Outer side of the ground. Down towards the 50. Morrisby gathers. Goes inboard. Gets it across to Smith. He's found a man in the goal square. And Jarnstrom, old Alfie, little Alfie, will have a shot from 20 metres out directly in front.
Big kick.
Whatever you do, don't miss this one. They need it. 16 and a half minutes into the final quarter. And Jarnstrom has put it through. Good goal to Sandy. 8-9, 57 Oakleigh. Sandringham 7-13, 55. They were quick on the button that time. So we're down to a 2-point margin here. 17 minutes in to this final quarter. 8 minutes to go.
Crucial tap out coming up. There's a bit of overcast conditions come back across Rams Arena. Ground's held up well considering the conditions today.
It is.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
And it's got a fair bit of traffic to come on this ground too. As the ball's up in the middle and goes forward for Sandringham, dispossessed. Oakleigh, they should be able to clear, but they've play on, says the umpire. Might have been a bit stiff. Willie Walker can't quite take it. Bennett shovels it out the back. They're under a bit of pressure here, Oakleigh. Should be able to take a mark. Good courage. Mark taken by Day.
Winks has won her 18th race as well for the punters.
Ball, bit of jumper holding there by Wooler. Sandringham. This is Stiles. Kick smothered. Back to Stiles. Handball's back. Relieve the pressure. They go along the line looking for Brayshaw. We're 18 minutes into the last quarter. There's 2 points the difference. Oakleigh 57, Sandringham 55. Getting right down to the pointy end. Boundary umpire throws it back in. McLean taps it down. Thompson after it, paddles it in front. Now Sandringham just couldn't quite get it. Thompson follows it through. Oh, nice work by Richards, over to Higgins. Jack Higgins has just kicked the AFL Draft Central goal of the day. Maybe the goal of the year contender. Great work, Jack Higgins. And that pushes Oakleigh out to an 8-point lead, 9-9-63 to 7-13-55 on the NG scoreboard.
Amazing how the good players kick that goal when it's needed in the final quarter. And that's what happened there with Higgins. He's the one they're looking for at the minute to try and do something special, and that's giving them an 8-point lead now, Oakleigh. 19 minutes in, 6 minutes to go here in the final quarter. Ball up in the middle. Up goes Reeves. Should win this. He does. Taps it to ground. Can't break away. Good heavy tackling in there. We'll have a ball up. Middle of the ground. Umpire comes in. McLean up against Bennett this time. Ruckman are quick to switch, aren't they? Eventually, we'll have another ball up.
Oakleigh happy with this, just chewing up time.
Up they go. McLean to the front. Gets it down. Or kick out of trouble. Out of or this side of the ground. Keenor picks it up beautifully and dishes off the handball to O'Neill. He's been good. Triani gets the kick down towards half forward, looking for Wooler. Goes over his head. There goes Whitehead. Little insider to Charlie Thompson on the left, who drives to the pocket. It'll go out of bounds. Good passage of play.
Did he have a little bit more time there?
I think the left option was a good option, just didn't execute the kick. Probably could have taken a bounce.
Weather just getting a little bit dirtier.
Won't interfere with us. We've only got 4.5 minutes left. Ball in, forward pocket. Reeves to the front. Got a tug of war there. We're only 15 metres out from Oakleigh goal. You would think if they could score here, that might be enough. Tap to the front, 10 metres out. Rolling pack of players. They get it out the back door. Little flick out and players jumping on top of the ball. And we'll have a ball up with 7 metres out from goal in the goal square.
Once again, the Chargers crowding that wall, waiting for that hoping kick for the Dragons to come out of the goal square.
Came off someone's head there, but we'll have a shot on goal. And it skews to the right. And we'll have a ball in this time. Again, like you said earlier, Crooksy chewing up time in their right half.
3 minutes to go.
3 minutes to go. Oakleigh lead by 8 points. Throw in to the front. McLean gets it down to Montanaro. Can't break away. Another pack form. We'll have a ball up this time. And we're 20 metres out from goal. Oakleigh attacking. Northerly end of Rams Arena. Tap to the front. Play on's a call. Another pack, they get it out this time. It could be deliberate. He's paid it. This time it goes Sandy's way.
Last roll of the dice for the Dragons.
They have to make something of this play, but they play on, and Toby Wooler's kicked it to the outer forward pocket. They're trying to keep it in, Sandy. They have to keep it alive. They do well. Good contest out there from both teams. Now they'll clear. Outer side, this is their chance. Just a one-on-one. Can't break away just yet. Oakleigh getting numbers back, just holding it up. And there'll be a ball up. 63 to 55. 8 points of difference. 22 minutes, 45 seconds in this final quarter. Just over 2 minutes to go. Bennett with a tap down. They kick it out of there, Sandringham. Can they get a final forward move? Intercept that time. That was kicked away. Further afield by King. That was Whitehead trying to knock it clear of the pack. And there'll be a ball in.
Ball to be thrown in. We're between wing and half forward. Time very much the enemy of Sandringham. As Oakleigh stream forward. It's around 50. Ball just completely in dispute. And now the ball will be tossed up. We're 65 metres out from Oakleigh's goal. As we tick past 24 minutes, McLean, front position, free kick to Oakleigh. There we go, Matty Bennett's got it. Matthew Myers will take his time. He's got the breeze behind him. He's a left footer. Bennett kicks to the top of the square, comes over the back. Reeves just crashes the pack. And Sandringham get the free kick. They come out to Montanaro, this side of the ground. Sweeping handball to Nagel, back to Montanaro. They just get him out of the way. Kick towards goal. That'll be over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full.
The one advantage for playing 25 minutes is you know that you have to play on at all costs, but the clock's run down here now for Sandringham. Oakleigh 8 points up with 10 seconds to go, and they play on and run it down to half back with a kick to Willie Walker, who takes the mark, juggles it, drops it. They'll play on, can't break away, and a high tackle right on the siren to Walker. He's gone down right on the siren, got collected, and he's still down, and hopefully he's okay. But Oakleigh Chargers have won this game 9-9-63, Sandringham 7-13-55, and that was a really good game in the end. They had to battle it out, both teams.
Lots of good players.
Not sure we've got all the goal kickers.
I don't think no, I haven't got all the goal kickers. I missed a few.
And,
So
Matty's taken off, so.
He's the man that's got them all. Has he got? Yeah, he took his sheets, did he?
Yep.
He did. Jack Higgins kicked 3, and Thompson, Wooler, Stanford, Troyani, and Micklemore got 1. Lachlan Harris got 2 for Sandringham. Barrett, Constable, Morrisby. That was some of the goal kickers for Sandringham. We'll try and get them all for you before we leave off. As Matty Cox goes out to pick up a couple of player interviews for us. What did you make of it, Rick? Though it was penciled in as a Group 1 event in TAC Cup footy.
Yeah, it wasn't a clean footy, was it, all day? It wasn't out in the open. Yeah, it was a bit breezy, but same time, there was a lot of pressure from both sides, and that forced a lot of handball mistakes in traffic and turnovers and kicks to the opposition. Just good pressure from both sides, but yeah, it wasn't the cleanest of games.
And you're down on the ground, Matthew?
Yeah, thanks, Crooks. You got Xavier O'Neill with us down here on the ground, mate. Difficult conditions out here at Rams Arena. What were they like to play in?
Pretty hard. Just got to adapt as a team. I think we did that pretty well, especially the middle 2 quarters of the game. Just adapting to whether we're kicking with it or without the wind, not overusing it by hand, and giving our forwards the best opportunity to score, I guess.
They threw it at you in the first term, applied real pressure, and you just couldn't get your game going. What was said at quarter time to change things? I
think it was just everyone playing their role. Forwards not getting hungry, not being selfish, and just pushing them back and keeping that real front-on pressure, trying to lock the ball in our forward half.
And at your own role today, you seemed around the ball a lot of the times, just trying to extract it.
Yeah, I was throwing around a little bit. Found myself in the guts and up forward, and then got chucked back in the second half. So, it was a good little mix. Got a bit of a taste of everywhere, so it was great.
You got a favourite spot?
Not really. On ball's not bad. I do like the forward line, but I guess wherever they want me, I'm happy to play.
And you had a win last out against, you had a loss against the Western Jets the last out. How important was it to get the win today?
Very. I think coming into finals, it's definitely good to secure a win, especially over our cross-town rivals in Sandy. I think we were a bit disappointed last week, didn't play how we wanted to, but credit to the boys today. Everyone stood up, and great win.
Go and enjoy. Thanks very much.
Right. Cheers.
Now, Matthew, if you could just find out when you interview Sam Hart, if it's Hart or Hardy.
Right, I can do that.
I'll do that for you.
Just ask him on the side.
Is Sam Hart?
Where's Sam?
He's hiding from him.
Guys, I can inform you it's Hart. Sam Hart down here. Mate, big game today for the Chargers.
Yeah, it was a good win by the boys. Tough conditions now, but it was a bit slippery on the surface, so we did really well to stick out that win. So really happy.
How have you found this year?
Yeah, it's been a good experience for me. I was able to play last year as a 16-year-old,
Just
so it
move
held
to
me
the
in good
left,
stead
Matt.
for the 17th year I was coming in. So yeah, I was pleased with how it's going this year and moved to the wing, which was good. So yeah.
And in the context of the season, obviously you've been up and about, a little bit of a blip on the radar last outing, but back on the winners list.
Yeah, back on the winners list this week, which was good with all the private boys back. But it's been really good effort by all the public boys that have done their job throughout the season, and yeah, it's held us in good stead for the year coming into finals, hopefully.
And if there was one thing that you still need to work on in the last couple of rounds, what is it?
Probably just executing our basic skills and just executing our game plan. So yeah, if we can keep on top of that, we'll hold us in good stead.
I'll let you get out of the rain. Well done.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Well done, Matto. Up you come. Good work to the Chargers. I'd like to go through your better players, Rick.
Yeah, we'll look at the Chargers. I thought Ned Reeves did a good job in the ruck, had a bit of opposition throughout the day. But
good contest.
Yeah, it was a good contest, but he gets his hand on the ball enough times. I liked Charlie Thompson again. I thought he was good. I've seen him a couple of times this year play well. Bajaya, especially through the middle of the ground, him and Troyani both did some good jobs through the centre. I liked Sam Hart's game as well. And also player we interviewed thought was in it for a lot of the game, Xavier O'Neill. And the back line held up pretty well as well for the Oakleigh Chargers. For the Dragons, I thought Lockie Harris was good. Constable was good, stepped up at times. And bit of a smooth move as Jackson Hill. Didn't do a lot, but I like the way he goes about it. Also, I thought Isaac Morrisby was good on the forward line, and Joel Amati in the ruck along with Hayden McLean both did a good job as well. Like to see a bit more of Ed Newman. I think he's got a bit of class about him, but he dribbled a few kicks today, and I think he's better than what he showed today.
The cricketer, Ed Newman. All right. Our mark of the day was taken by Joel Amati.
Right.
At the 13-minute mark of the third quarter. Our goal of the day was kicked by AFL Draft Central. Goal of the day was kicked by Jack Higgins in the last quarter, 18 minutes in. And we now need our votes for the Nixon Finance Player of the Day.
Yeah, tough one, wasn't it, to pick? I quite liked Charlie Constable's game for the Dragons. I thought he showed a lot of the class that they've spoken about. And, yeah, I thought he was really good at times today, Charlie Constable. So I gave him one vote. I gave 2 votes to Lachlan Bajaya. I thought he was great amongst the ball across the middle. I thought it was a difficult game to get votes in. I think we'll get varied votes today from our panel. I thought he was in amongst it for a lot of the day, and I thought for the 4-quarter effort, I thought Xavier O'Neill was a really good performance.